Chris here, and today I'm going to make a quick little video on some of the guitar finishes behind me. I have a student who requested that I kind of explain what's going on in the background with the wall and with some of the guitars, and we'll get through most of it here and there over time. But I kind of wanted to focus on and give a little kudos to the artists that have graciously adorned some of my guitars with their talent. Basically, there's the four of them back there. I have the Gibson Flying V that was painted by an American / Brazilian artist named Patricia Brito. And when I do the video on that guitar, I will have a link to her stuff. She's an unbelievable artist. And then this one, which you can barely see, which we'll get to on another crossover, was done by a comedian I used to hang out with back in San Francisco named Michael Meehan. And this guy is just, he's an incredible comedian and an insane painter. And he was gracious enough to paint one of my guitars back when I was a bartender at a comedy club back in San Francisco, and we used to spend some evenings talking and stuff like that. And he's a really great guy, super great comedian, and a hell of an artist. And then these two Fenders, these two here, this Stratocaster, which is by the way, it's the Jeff Beck model. That's the Jeff Beck Stratocaster, the white one. And I decided to have it customized, the finish. I did nothing else to that guitar because it plays like a dream. But I took it from a white guitar to a little bit more colorful via the artist Lily Hernandez. And then this one as well was done via the artist Lily Hernandez. And both of those were done with Sharpie pens, believe it or not. Now we're going to get into this one today, which is a 2007 Telecaster Deluxe. Normally, the Telecaster Deluxe this particular one, came with this really bright yellowish sunburst with red trim, and then it had a very white, very pearloid, shiny white pickguard, and it was just a very bright guitar, which was beautiful, but I kind of wanted to go with a little bit darker theme, and so I replaced the pickguard with a black one, and I really enjoyed that. And then I handed it to Lily Hernandez, and she took a Sharpie pen to it, did incredibly fine work. And then I'm going to see if I can find a couple pictures of that before I changed it. I'm not going to say ruined it, because after what happened, which I'm going to explain in a second, I discussed it with the artist, and the artist said, "Hey, that's fine. That's art. You know, that's what happens." But it was really, the lines on this guitar were really intricate and fine, and when I put the spray finish on that I had ordered specifically for guitars, the chemical reaction between the Sharpie pen and the covering the finish, the pen started to widen and burst out a little bit. So the lines became less fine and started to mold into each other, and it just became something a little bit different, which we're both kind of happy with. So, as you can see, as we zoom in a little bit, the lines have kind of faded together. So the sharpness kind of went away, but a new fat line and dark spots kind of emerged. And it is not such a bad thing. This is a one-of-a-kind piece of art, and it is the way it is, and it actually is quite beautiful. And both the artist and I are happy. That's the story on that one. I'm going to have some pictures kind of going throughout. And I just want to do a little quick one because, like I said, one of my students wanted me to explain what was going on back there. And I don't want to take up too much time. This is just one of those, just for the heck of it kind of videos. And we'll get into the Stratocaster, the other Stratocaster, which is my Frankenstein. That's the one that I took. I took a Squire, and I basically just revamped everything in that guitar. There's not the only original pieces of that Squire are the pieces of wood, and then the Flying V. We'll get into all of that because I think those two artists, or all three artists, really should get kudos out there. I think they do outstanding work. Hopefully this was, I don't know what, informative, but maybe entertaining. And anyway, have fun with it. All right, thank you very much.